morning all from wherever you are joining. The yoga means, I mentioned last week, connection, not an ordinary connection, upward connection. Connecting ourselves to the higher possibilities in life is called as yoga. The connect, we can't remain without connection. If the connection is downward, we go down in our life. If the connection is upward, our personality starts blossoming. The connection, yoga means to connect. Our mind cannot remain connecting. We should be mindful of how we are connecting and where we are connecting. When we start connecting to the higher possibilities in our life, personality blossoms. Everyone wants to flourish in their life, discover higher possibilities in our life, because of which the yoga is universal. It is whether you are a child, youth, old person, very, very old person, irrespective of your background, irrespective of your culture, yoga opens a path for you, for your unfoldment. We rely on three things in our life. It is in scriptures, it's called as traividya. Three things. Our world is made up of three things. One is Jada, another one is called as jiva, third one is called as Paramatma. They are called as the traividya. Jada is inert material. Jiva is our soul. Paramatma is the Supreme Lord. Traividya, it's called as, we have to know about three vidyas. Jada is the one, inert. In the inert thing, there is no iccha shakti. There is no desire to do. There is no jnana shakti. There is no jnana is there. And only kriya shakti is there. In an inert material, there is an action is happening. For example, you boil the milk and put some yogurt culture. Next day, it has transformed into yogurt. It was inert material, it got transformed. How it has transformed? Kriya Shakti is there. You buy a fresh vegetable, you leave it aside for a week, it starts rotting. Changes starts happening. Water starts flowing down if there is a gradient. Motion is there. Kriya Shakti is there in Jada. There is no iccha Shakti, there is no jnana Shakti. Whereas in Jiva, we have desire. Iccha Shakti is there. I want to do that one. I want to come here for a yoga. I want to practice. Iccha Shakti is there. Kriya Shakti is there. Action is there in us. Jiva. And jnana is there. Jnana Shakti is there. And we have freedom limited. Jnana limited. Kriya limited. Iccha limited. Everything in a minuscule form we have. The difference between the jiva and Paramatma, iccha Shakti is there to the fullest extent. Kriya Shakti is there to the fullest extent. Jnana Shakti is there to the fullest extent. And freedom is there to the fullest extent. These three, the iccha Shakti, Jnana Shakti, Kriya Shakti, and the freedom, all is there. Why this the freedom is the yoga is talking about? You have to connect yourself to the highest possibility. When you connect yourself to the Supreme Lord, He is complete in Iccha Shakti, complete in Kriya Shakti, complete in Jnana Shakti, complete in freedom. Your personality also starts experiencing exuberance of energy. Iccha Shakti, Kriya Shakti, Jnana Shakti in you also starts enhancing. You have to connect. When you start connecting, your personality starts blossoming. The yoga means to connect. To connect, you need 2 points. Starting point and the target, reach. That two connections should be there. The starting point, we should start from here, not from somebody else, not in relation to somebody else, how it is relevant to me. I should define the starting point. If I do not understand myself, if I do not define myself, there is no point in talking about the other things. You have to define yourself, you have to establish yourself. Starting point. You have to start from here itself. And our consciousness spreads over a spectrum. The spectrum, the consciousness, the one end of that one, consciously incompetent. The second spectrum, unconsciously incompetency. Third one, consciously competent. The fourth one, unconsciously competent. Our bandwidth, whoever is that one, our bandwidth spreads between these two. One is consciously incompetent. I know I can't do. Sorry, I'm aware. I don't know. I can't do that one. Consciously incompetent. That person, if I know I'm consciously incompetent, if I have a wish, then I can work on that one and I can make a change and work towards that one. If I am unconsciously incompetent, I don't know I am incompetent, then you can't change yourself. Unconsciously incompetent. Through practice, the consciously competent. I went to the university, I did some training, I practiced, I memorized, and I have become consciously competent. The consciously competent has, your bandwidth is very limited. You are always conscious. Consciously, if the things change, I can't adjust to that one. The fourth, other end, it is called as unconsciously competent. It has become your second nature. You have dived deep into that one. You have become unconsciously competent. That person becomes a genius in whatever area. The sadhana, we all have to move from one end towards unconsciously competent. It becomes your nature. When you're unconsciously competent, you are no stress in your life. Your life is filled with joy. Whatever you do, it becomes a celebration of your life. There is no stress, no anxiety. You say, yes, I can handle. Whatever is the situation, move towards unconsciously competent. That we had to do. And Patanjali talks about tada drashtu swarupe avasthanam. When you realize that one, you abide by your own nature. I need not have to copy anyone. I need not have to please anyone. Tada drashtu swarupe avasthan. You abide by your own nature. And no, I need not have to follow anybody else. When I abide by my own nature, that is the freedom is there. And Bhagavad Gita also talks about swadharme nidanam shreya parabdharma swanishtita swadharme nidanam shreya paradharmo bhayavaha. When you find your own nature, you've discovered your dharma, and it's filled with freedom. And if you are other way, you are consciously competent, or you are consciously incompetent, unconsciously incompetent, all three stages have anxiety and stress in your life. This part, when you become unconsciously competent, there is no stress and anxiety in your life. How to achieve that one, Yoga Sutra talks about Tivra Samvegana Masannaha. In your life, you have to be always highly energetic, highly motivated. not to be procrastinating things. I am not interested, I am not interested, sorry, I am not interested. For that person, if you are of that type, procrastinating person, laid back person, cannot move to the fourth stage. If you want to move to the fourth stage, Tivra Samvegana Masana, intensely energetic. When you are intensely energetic, yoga, practice of yoga elevates to the fourth stage, and where you abide by your own nature. That is, you have to, when I abide by my own nature, I discovered myself. Starting point is defined. I know what is my competency. Starting point is defined. When I know the starting point, I know the sky is the limit. We have to, yoga says, starting point to be defined. Abide by your own nature. Move from consciously incompetent, unconsciously incompetent, consciously competent, unconsciously competent. When you do that one, you are having defined yourself, you will reach the yoga dawns in you. Yoga dawns in you, the higher possibilities in your life dawns in you. Lie down on your back.